Hey guys, thanks for watching Beyond Science 2, it's Mikexingchen. The US is known as the land of the free, but there are certain things that people are banned from doing or bringing in the country because of safety concerns, environmental issues, or even political troubles. So even if you have all the best intentions and all the money in the world, there are some things you just can't legally buy or do in the US. So here are 5 things you probably did not know that are banned in the United States. First off, we have something that seems pretty innocent, Kinder eggs. Personally, I love these things. I mean, who could say no to a surprise toy wrapped in a delicious egg-shaped chocolate treat? Well, as it turns out, the United States government could, while the rest of the world gets to buy and enjoy the sweet chocolate taste of Kinder Surprise, those who reside in the US cannot. Since 1938, the country has enforced a ban on candies with embedded non-nutritive objects, including toys. When Kinder Surprise began to be manufactured in the 70s by Italian company Ferrero, these hollowed chocolate eggs containing surprise toys inside fell under the country's Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act and were made illegal in the United States. On top of that, the Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, also claims the surprise toy inside these egg-shaped chocolates to be potential choking hazards for kids. As a result, the US Customs and Border Protection would usually issue press releases reminding the public that Kinder Surprise eggs are too dangerous to be imported legally into the country. Of course, these warnings have not stopped some people, including myself, from trying to smuggle these delicious chocolate eggs across the border, and over the years, members of the public have questioned the ban, calling out the US government for impending a ridiculous policy. Number 2, unpasteurized milk. There is a long history and debate over the legalization of raw milk in the United States. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC, unpasteurized milk can carry harmful bacteria and other germs that can get you sick or even worse, kill you. While it is possible to get foodborne illnesses from other types of food, they say raw milk is among the riskiest of them all. Now, states have the power to adopt their own laws regarding the sale or distribution of raw milk. However, at the federal level, the FDA mandates pasteurization of all milk and milk products for human consumption. And they also ban the interstate sale or distribution of raw milk with very limited exceptions. But if you love raw milk, there is a loophole. Drinking or consumption of raw milk in itself remains legal in all 50 states. So if you love drinking milk fresh from a cow, then you could consider raising your own pet cow, and then you can drink all the fresh raw milk you want. Number 3 on the list of banned items in the United States are children's books published before 1985. Under a law Congress passed in recent years about the regulation of hazards in children's products, the federal government has deemed children's books published before 1985 as unsafe and has essentially made it unlawful to sell or distribute them. The Consumer Product Safety Improvement Act of 2008 imposed tough new limits on using lead in any products intended for use by children aged 12 and below. This provision has a retroactive effect, which meant goods manufactured before the passing of the law cannot be sold or distributed unless they are subjected to further testing. Thrift stores and bookshops were hit particularly hard by this policy because many books printed before 1985 used inks and paints with lead pigments. And because of that, the US government believes that these old books might potentially give children brain damage due to lead poisoning. Number 4, haggis. Haggis is of course, traditional Scottish pudding made of sheep's liver, heart, and lungs, ingredients not exactly welcomed by a large number of people in the US. Scots, on the other hand, have been battling the import ban on haggis ever since 1971, when the US Department of Agriculture ruled that livestock lungs shall not be saved for use as human food. More obstacles in exporting traditional haggis ingredients into the US arose when the country banned imports of British lamb in 1997, during which a probable link between the human and cow forms of mad cow disease was discovered. However, it does look like this ban won't be in effect for much longer. After years of negotiation, the Scottish government previously announced a significant milestone regarding this issue, and they are hopeful that the restrictions on the export of lamb as well as haggis in the US could be lifted sometime this year. And finally, fresh ackee fruit. Ackee is the national fruit of Jamaica and is enjoyed as a breakfast dish as well as a lunch or dinner entree. When the fruit turns ripe while on its tree, it opens up to reveal 3 large black shiny seeds surrounded by a bright yellow flesh. Banning a fruit might seem a little too extreme as a safety measure for some people, but prohibition of this Jamaican fruit seemed to be a warranted decision. As it turns out, though the yellow flesh around the seed of a ripe ackee is edible, the rest of the fruit contains toxic levels of hypoglycin A and shouldn't be, and consuming this fruit in its raw form can lead to a condition known as Jamaican vomiting sickness. This can cause mild to severe vomiting, convulsions, coma, and in some cases may even result in death. Ackee imports were banned in the US for almost 30 years before the FDA lifted the ban back in 2000 when safer processing methods were implemented by several processing companies. So while import of canned ackee are now allowed in the country, it remains illegal to import fresh ackee. In addition, selling or commercially serving ackee grown in the US is also considered illegal. So there you have it. Those are 5 of several things that are currently banned in the United States. And I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes or break any laws, but guys, I love Kinder eggs. So if you're in a country, Canada, that still sells them, basically every single store, I did just get a brand new post office box, so maybe send me some. I don't know, you know, if you have anything extra, just send it over my way. But seriously, we did get a brand new PO box, so you guys can send us stuff. And if you do, it might make it on my vlog channel. Also, guys, let me know if you're excited about the impending lift of the ban on haggis. Personally, I'm really excited about that. I've never had haggis before, but I just don't like the idea of any country banning something that I could potentially eat. That makes me want it even more. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. I'll see you later.